Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. As the title suggested for today, we're doing the veterans weapons. So, what are veterans weapons? Veteran weapons are the improved versions of the 105 crafted weapons. So, to explain what those are, let's go see Yoshitsune. So Yoshitsune for me should be on the top of this hill at the far back. Where am I? I'm going to take the crystal because it's faster. So she can show... I have the recipe for most 105s. So let me click on this. Front of rocket. Cool, front of rocket. Why did that mess up my camera? I'll never know. Okay, so Yoshitsune. How you doing? So weaponsmithing. Oh, I have a new recipe. Oh, I do. Okay. Here, take it. Take all of it. Take that one too. Okay. Alright, so the 105s. We can only sort by weapon type, so okay. So what are there's a 105 for every class. So for sword, it's the Gallardia. I could make a Gallardia actually. I just need a plus 45, never mind. So, here we are. This is the Gallardia. Gallardia, we can go to view here. It is a 105. We call it the 105 because it's the crafted 105. So Gallardia, there it is. Aurelia's holding it. Gallardia can be found by killing the little Kijimuna, singing Kijimuna, like, you know, wombo comboing bosses in a zombie crossing. They drop like candy now. You just go there, you get the recipe. That's Gallardia. It's a fire sword that's really good. Fire and ice, really good weapon. For it, you need a plus 45 Nothung, Burning Water, Tengu Feather Fan, Nudo Rosary, Lifespan Candle, and 90 Inferno Stones to make the Gallardia. So then for twin swords, you have the Crossvolt. Crossvolt. So Crossvolt, there we have them there. The stance of Aurelia holding it is messed up because of she's in the sword holding position right now. So crossvolt, I can't make any crossvolts. I'm not even close. Oh my god. So for crossvolt, you need 60 cutting stones, 30 sickle whetstone, pretty easy. Amahata inkstone, those are very easy to get in my knowledge. I think they're pretty simple. Then you need 20 of Odin's drops, so you just run Mount Kuruma 20 times. Bronze fragment, you run ACM or that one dungeon Izumo 30 times, whatever. And then you get Eternal Torch, you get them in Edo really easily, or Nakasendo, whatever floats your boat. Then you have Armored Territory, you get them from Sekko's, pretty easy. And then you need a plus 55 Giron Sword, which does not make it that easy to get them actually. But, you know, you build up one of these Giron Swords, which is you build a lot of ciphers, because that's how you build a Giron Sword. You get a Giron Sword to 55, and then you get all this stuff, you get to build a Crossvolt. Giron Sword, there we go. You know, you get a cipher to 57. You need 95 shell fragments. Oh my god. 5 skull masks, pretty easy. Large skull, pretty simple. Pillar of Thorn, pretty simple. Bloody face mask, that's EE. So it's actually not that bad. This recipe, you know, the Giron Sword. You get a cipher up, you trade it in, whatever. It's whatever. So, you know, Giron Sword, that's the Giron Sword. So, let's look at the bow one next. Disruptor. It's called the Disruptor, by the way. There it is, Disruptor. Its recipe drops in Wara Bazooka from Tengu. Disruptor, the only people that should make a Disruptor are the players who actually bow. Don't build up it, like you can, I don't know if I mentioned this, but when it comes to the veteran weapons, you make a 105 weapon, one of these weapons, you build it up, you collect 13 gems, you know, 5 Scarlet, 5 Cerulean, 5 Myrtle. It's pretty easy to do now. You amass those gems, you get one of these weapons, you trade it into a guy, and he gives you one, he'll give you a veteran's weapon to identify, and it's one of the random, and it's going to be randomly identified as any of the 113s. So the Disruptor, you need a Glazer 1 at 45, kind of annoying to make. Then you need Tengu Feather Fans, you need 5 of them, so way more than you need for Gallardia. Gyuki Horn, those are pretty easy to get now. Tengu Exhale, you need 30 of them, which is a lot of War Bazooka runs, but you're going to need to do that for Feather Fan anyway. And then you need Chaos Wasabi, which drops from Nyarlathotep in Central Koshiden. You need 15 of those. Then you need Armored Territory, it's whatever. Fruit of Transience, you need 5 of them from Typhon or Breaking Down Mags. Then you need Piercing Stones. So, arguably, the Disruptor is the hardest 105 to make, just because you need all of the Tengu stuff, and then you need to make like a plus 45 Glazer 1, you know, and you need 30 exhales. Like 30, there's no need for 30 exhales, 15 at the most. Like, goddamn. You know, Chaos Wasabi, you don't want to farm that. I mean, you might get it anyway, but don't even worry about it. Like, this is the one you don't want to make. But later, if you ever want to make an El Sin bow, you're going to need one of these anyway. So you never trade this in. Never trade in a Disruptor. And only build one if you're bow. So next, I do not have the Crimson Hanya recipe for axe. I cannot look at it. I never went and got this recipe. I don't have the Brigandia recipe either, so I can't look at that either, but that needs a plus 45 Genobuster, and we're not going to talk about it. The axe one needs a Luna Symphony as well. Staff. Staff has the, you know, they have the Bloodsucker. Now, Bloodsucker is arguably the easiest staff to make, the easiest 105 to make. You need a plus 57 Catechus, which you just farm Byakko Cavern or Chinchi Cavern for it. I turned in one of these once before. This is the easiest weapon to make. You just collect, you get a Catechus, easy weapon. No, you don't really need to worry about buttons. You just collect like 20 of them. You smelt them up to 57. Good. Quiet Zeals, they drop from blue fire dudes, whatever. Lifespan Candle, Kill Reapers, whatever. You need 2 Fruit of Transience. Way bet you can break down like Mocha Mags and Heaven's Warrior's Boon and stuff like that, and you'll get these. And you can just run Typhon for 2. It's not that bad. Lively Bulb, you have to run Central Koshiden to get Lively Bulb, or you know, you fight the boss. Potentially you can get one of these an hour, maybe, if you're lucky. Cursed Blood, you go to Tanegashima, where we are now. You go to the first cave dungeon, Hikigane Cave. You kill Wheels in the first room on Hell. They drop Cursed Blood. You leave. You get it. Cool. Miracle Stones, you need 40. You break down Mags. You're going to get Miracle Stones, no problem. Dark Stones, same thing. Easiest 105 to make is the Bloodsucker. So most people will make these. They'll trade it in, collect the gems, get a weapon. Then we have the Garbarg. No one should make the Garbog as a weapon to trade in, because it's really hard to make. Garbog is 80 crushed nails, you need a plus 46 Brionac, pretty easy weapon. New Heart, pretty easy. Withering Spirit, completely easy. Spider Silk, not easy at all. Spider Silk is one of the hardest things to get in the game, because Gyuki doesn't like to drop it. You have to farm Ginza for it, and the archers are like assholes in there, it's a pain. So Garbog, you don't want to make the Garbog for this. You don't want to. And then, you know, you're not going to make Hanyas to trade in the axes. You're not going to make axes. You're not going to make disruptors. You're not going to make Brigandias because they take Genobusters. You're not going to make those. Basically, the ones you're going to make are the Air Cleaving Sword from Odachi and the Bloodsucker from Staff. Now, the reason I'm talking about Air Cleaving Sword, I made the Air Cleaving Sword. So, Air Cleaving Sword, because I have 2 113s, by the way. I'll tell you in a second. So, Air Cleaving Sword. You need a plus 65 no Dachi. You get that from Kishinden. Same thing as Catechus, it's not hard to make. You don't need to craft your juncture weapon to make it. Very easy weapon to make, you smelt it up, it's really easy. Nodachi, Seshusheki is the hardest thing about this. Seshusheki, you have to farm Plover Pit or the Juncture Foxes to get it. Or lately we've noticed that you can go to Alluring Cavern, get a bunch of Mocha Mags, so while you're hunting Ceruleans, get Mochas. Break down the Mochas, and they tend to give you Seshusheki fragments. So you just do that, you know, collect a bunch of Mochas, go farm that dungeon, break them down. You know, I haven't farmed a Fox in forever, but I just broke down a bunch of Mags, and I've probably gotten about 3 of these. I didn't farm it as much as I should, but I get Seshushekis quite frequently. So Seshusheki, you know, even if you get this in your bargains, it'd be good too. So you get 12 of those, it's the hardest thing. Weapons easy, Tenku Exhale, you only need 5. Disruptor, you need 30. So easy to get. You know, and then you need green doppelganger mushrooms. So at this point in the game, you can go and like 2-shot Veronica anyway. So you just farm Veronica till she drops one, and break down mags, you'll get it either way. Diamond Dust, you just kill, while you're doing Central Koshiden to get Bloodsucker, you know, getting those the Chaos Wasabi and the Lively Bulb, whatever, you're going to get Diamond Dust along the way, so that works. Quiet Zeal, you get it from Sado Mine while you're getting Fruits of Transience for Bloodsucker. You see, it works like that. You get the Diamond Dust in Central, you get the Quiet Zeals in Sado. For these two weapons, it's like making one helps build another. It's cool like that. Peerless Crest, you run ACM, it's good, you know. People run ACM to get Peerless Crest or Chinchi Cavern. When you're getting the Catechist, you might get a Peerless Crest if you steel attack the guy at the end because he's really weak now. So, you know, there's this tandem of drops here. It's really cool like that. So like I said, you know, you farm Central, you get the Diamond Dust. You farm Sado for the Fruit Transience, you get Quiet Zeal. You run Chinchi Cavern for the Catechist, you get Peerless Crest. So that works out really well. And then stones, if you break down mags to get the Seshusheki fragments or your mushrooms or your fruits or whatever, chances are you're going to get some stones too. So breaking down mags and running Central and Sado are really good. They just run those for a day, you get these ingredients, and it just works. So that's awesome. These are the two weapons you'd want to build up to trade it. Now, which, you know, the Odachi and the staff. Very, very easy to get nowadays. However, I am half tempted to maybe make one Galardia. Where'd it go? Oh, the Odachi's still clicked. Because I'm actually just one ingredient away, and maybe if the Nothung is easy to build, maybe I'll make a Galardia, but I don't know. I'd have to research it. Or it's right here actually, Nothung. I need 50 mountain water. Oh, you need a lot of burning water for that. Oh my god. You need a lot of burning water. Like I have what, 12 it said? I have 12 burning water, I need 5. So the burning water is actually a big pain in the butt. But I mean, if I wanted to, if I was ever that desperate, maybe I'd do it, but I don't know. Nothung, you need a oh, no. If I need a 30, no, never mind. Don't even think about it. Never mind. So those are the 105s. You know, sometimes if you just manage to happen upon the ingredients to make one, maybe you'll do it. But honestly, people just make Bloodsucker and Air Cleaving Sword, and we've seen, looking at the ingredients, that just doing one helps build ingredients for the other, and it's great like that. And then, you know, you have to farm. Like I said, you have to go get your gems anyway, so you're going to run to Luring Cavern, get a bunch of mochas, you break that down for Seshusheki. It just all works. It's like a machine. You do one thing and affects the other. Just, you know, it's a beautiful way to build weapons. So what do you do after that? So how do you get these weapons? So, you know, for people that don't know, I'm actually holding the Nebula Disruptor, which is one of the 113s. You know, I traded in, like I said, I traded in the Air Cleaving Sword, I got this. I traded in a Bloodsucker, and I got the Galardios, the sword. The Flaming Sword of Awesomeness. And it already came with Lunge Step, so that was awesome. Got the Dancer's Strike. And Grimslide. So that's pretty cool. So, you know, my first identification was the Galardios. I was pretty upset. The second one was Disruptor. I'm like, I can use bows. I like Disruptor. So maybe I might want to build more of them to try and get maybe a Baldur Brigandia or a Rising Crossbow. I'd love to have those weapons. So here's the guy who gives us veteran weapons. This is Kinbei. Old man Kinbei. He's like, what can I do for you? So to get Kinbei to give you this quest line, you have to do a quest line before you can trade in these weapons. So what you have to do is you have to go to Tanegashima, you have to clear House of Hinawa, Hikiganen Cave, Suguchi Cave, and basically all 4 dungeons. Is it true that some old guy gives you weapons in Tanegashima? Yes. Apexi, that's what we're doing right now. This is the some old guy, Kinbei. So what you do is you go to Tanegashima, you complete all 4 dungeons on Hell. Doesn't matter if you get double S or if you get clear. Doesn't matter. So long as you clear it, so maybe get your friends to help you if you're too weak or need help, whatever. That's what I had to do. I can't beat that lightning new. My buddy Hotaru helped me out. You clear all 4 of those dungeons. Then he's like, oh wow, you're amazing, awesome. I will make you weapons if you bring me this stuff. And he tells you, be cautioned. You know, if you bring me a sword, it won't come out a sword. It might not. It might come out a spear or an axe or something. You know, that happens. So basically, you clear all 4 of those dungeons. You go back to Kinbei. He's like, wow, I'm impressed. He's like, what can I do for you? So then he's got all these things here. So it says improved weapons, katana, odachi, twin blade, axe, spear, bow, wand, staff. So what that means is, if I had a Gallardios, I would go improve weapons, katana. I'd give him the Gallardia. Oh, sorry, I always say Os, whatever. I'd give him the Gallardia, and then he'd give me a veteran's weapon back, assuming I had the gems and stuff. So last one I did was odachi. So I can click odachi. He's like, as promised, I'll share my technique with you. Bring me. Now he says 3 cerulean, 3 scarlet, and myrtle, and an air cleaving sword. Now that's wrong. You know, although he says 3, it means 5. What it's supposed to say is what you need 5 cerulean, 5 scarlet, and 3 myrtle. It's a mistranslation, but when you click it on your right hand side of your screen, it will tell you 5, 5, and 3. Then in return, I'll make it reborn into a whole new weapon. That's not good grammar. I'll make it reborn. I don't know. I shall rebirth it into a whole new weapon. I don't know. There's one thing to watch out for though. An upgraded weapon isn't always the same type as the original. Sometimes katanas turn into bows or spears become axes. Even I can't predict what they'll turn into. Sorry. So then I accept it. He'll give me the veteran's weapon, which identifies randomly. He also gives you $1 million. I can see that you're ready. I'm ready to get to work too. So you can click on these quests. You know, I could click on all of them. Again, you know, you can see Odachi's not here anymore. I click staff if I want to make a bloodsucker. You can click on all of them if you want. But I'm not building a disruptor to trade in. I'm not building a Garbog. I'm not making a Brigandia. I'm not making a Hanya. I might make a Crossbolt, but I doubt it. And I'm not making a Gallardia. So I'm not going to worry about these quests. So what you do is you just get all that stuff, you trade it into him, and he will reward you with a random one that you either cry or rejoice at getting. It is a long endeavor, but it's a good weapon to get. Veterans are very cool. So like I have the Nebula, Gallardios, you know, they're cool weapons. They're really strong. They're really, really strong. They're stronger than crosses. At 100, let me just compare here. So Nebula Disruptor grinded up to 17,790, which is really strong for bow. You know, and the Gallardio started at 78 for me at grade 95. So let me compare this with the Galgos Cross, because they're both bows, so we can do a comparison here. So Galgos Cross at 100. Okay, can I go back to that menu, please? So Galgos Cross is 14,864. Nebula Disruptor is 17,790. So this is about 3,000. It's 3,000 attacks stronger, let's say. Now, Galgos Cross does have 24 dex to it, so it does increase my attack a lot. So my total attack while I'm holding the Galgos Cross is 22,400. And then holding the Nebula Disruptor, which is only 12 dex, so a bit less attack in dex-wise, affinity points-wise, it goes to 24,621. So even with the 24 dex that Galgos presents, Nebula Disruptor is still 2,000 attack higher. So that's awesome. Yeah. So those are the 113s. That's how you get them. Unfortunately, I don't have one to trade in for the video. It would have made for a nice reaction, but I just don't have one now. I had people ask me about it recently, so I decided to make the video for it. It's a good video topic. It's great. So that's how it is. That's how you get veteran weapons. It's a lot of luck, a lot of RNG, and it's another reason why people can never say I have nothing to do in this game, because you could always be trying to get air cleaving swords. So there you go. I say happy hunting. I hope you all get your veteran weapons, and I wish you all a good day.